Speaking of your career, here is my overall premise. This is what I want to share. This is the big what and the why. My hope here in the next 7 minutes is to really shift your paradigm, your thinking into not just surviving your career in the fire service, but thriving beyond your career in the fire service. Let me say that again. That's the big takeaway. Okay? You catch nothing else I say. If you're just focusing on my shoes, stop. Look right here in my eyes. That's why they call me the Holy Drip. But look right at me. I want you to not just survive a 25 to 30 year career in the fire service. I want you to thrive and then survive and thrive beyond that. I don't know if you know this statistically, but the greatest nemesis in your career is you. It's not a flashover fire. It is you. And why is that? It's because of the nature of what you do. What you see and what you experience every single day is not natural, and it is not normal for the neurological capacity of your brain to be able to conceptualize. You see trauma. You deal with crisis on a consistent basis. And what happens is you store it away and you embrace this language called passive aggressiveness, and you joke it away and you explain it away and you drink it away and you act like it never happened, and all of a sudden you continue to store it, and then your brain at some point will pour it out on you, and you'll lose your crap. Let me put it this way scientifically, and I'm going to illustrate it practically. Scientifically, the brain has 3 different compartments. One is called the hippocampus, one is called the frontal cortex, that's where you logic and have reason, and then you have the amygdala, which is in the back of the brain. So what you experience on a day-to-day in the fire service, you're storing in this filing cabinet called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is taking all this stuff in. It's taking all the trauma, it's taking all the pain, it's taking all the crisis, and then your personal lives, whether there's a happy home to go home to or a miserable home, you're taking all of that in, and you're storing it away, and at some point, that festers over, and it alerts your amygdala. The amygdala says, oh crap, I'm in trouble. The amygdala is your personal defense attorney. The amygdala is your alarm that says, fire, I need to respond. Alert, something's happening and it's bad. And then the amygdala causes you to have a neurological response. Your heart starts beating fast, you start feeling it in your gut, and then you lose your crap. And ultimately, what will end up happening is you drink yourself to an oblivion, or sadly, you may just kill yourself. Let that sit. Because I've too often facilitated funerals in just 3.5 years of people in fire service, law enforcement, first responders, just in totality, that have taken their own lives. Because again, the number one villain to you is not the bad guy on the other side of the gun in law enforcement. It's not the flashover fire. It is sadly you, because of what you endure every single day. So how do you then offset this? How do you turn this bad news into good news? How do you survive and then thrive beyond it? Okay, the practical is this. You've got a filing cabinet, right? And you're continuing to store different files into that cabinet, and it's getting heavy, and you continue to pile on files until ultimately, after about 30 years being in this home, you're getting ready to move, and you want to take that filing cabinet because there's so many important things in that filing cabinet. So you want to take it with you, and you don't realize how heavy it's gotten. So now you think that you're the Superman hero that you are, and you're going to move it by yourself. And you try to move it, and it falls on you. Right? That's the hippocampus filing away crap that will ultimately take you out. So the best way to move that big, heavy, loaded filing cabinet is to do what? Move it with somebody. What am I saying? Don't store the crap that you're going to endure every single day and not talk about it with somebody. You need someone to help declutter the filing cabinet. You need someone to help bring all of that stuff out of that filing cabinet, look at it, Ask the question, do you really need this? Nah, throw that away. Do you need that? Well, that's a good memory. Let's keep that there. I really don't want that. That pissed me off. Let's burn that, okay? File and unfile the cabinet and then put in what is needed and leave out what's not so that you can actually move and drift off into the sunset after 30 years and enjoy the rest of your life rather than taking your life. Now, how do I know it is very easy to get overwhelmed and want to take your own life? I wanted to. Real quick personal testimony. The last 10 months of my life have been hell. Absolute hell. Going through more loss in my family. I'm like the last remaining member of my entire household that I grew up with. Like, you know when you grow up, you got a dinner table that you sit at, and the people actually sit there, and your mom, your dad, your sister. I've got none of that left. They all died. I'm only 43. That's an anomaly. That's not normal. So to experience that kind of grief, on top of going through the tragedy of my brother, on top of having personal issues with family, and you've got grief, and you've got personal pain and trauma with betrayal, I wanted to die. And I was suicidal. Showing up here, helping everybody, smiling, faking it till I make it, but stuffing the filing cabinet with crap. And eventually the filing cabinet almost fell over on me. And so what did I have to do? I had to declutter it. I got therapy. And my therapist said, as I'm unfiling these things and I'm burning these things and sending some away and putting the good things back, I needed to adopt a regimen of self-care. And that's the antidote to the problem. Take care of yourself over the 30 years that you're going to be doing this. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, don't lose that over a 24 to 40 hour shift. When you get off, go do what you enjoy, whether it's working out, whether it's sitting on the beach, whether it's reading. Self-care is your friend. And then make friends and actually have real, honest conversations. Yes, passive aggressive is our love language. We're going to make fun of you at the dinner tables. All that's great. But when you go through a crisis, there's no room for passive aggression there. You get off and talk about that. Don't drink it away. Don't store it in the filing cabinet. The best way for you to survive and thrive 30 years is to adopt self-care. Don't stuff the filing cabinet. But when it's time to move the filing cabinet, do it with a friend or friends so that you can move it together. Instead of being your worst enemy, create a family, create accountability, create an environment that's conducive to communicating your thoughts, your feelings, care for yourself, and hold one another accountable to self-care. And that's how you're going to survive, and that's how you're going to thrive in your career. Godspeed, the best to you. We're proud of you. You're all future heroes. I thank you personally for what you do. Make it. Don't fake it.